Texans free agency. All the big names are done. They brought in Mario Edwards today. So another pass rusher. Another low-level signing that's not... It's not going to make the Texans a Super Bowl contender, but it's more depth. And when you let go Sheldon Rankins, who we'll get to a little bit later in the show because he seems to take some shots at the Texans. But Mario Edwards is a good depth piece for this team with Danico Autry, with Will Anderson, with Danielle Hunter. It's good depth for this team. So I like the move. It doesn't prevent them from doing anything in the draft, so it's fine with me.
Defensive tackles, safeties, corners, these are really the only names I want to hear. Maybe interior offensive linemen as well. Mario Edwards, to my knowledge, is more of an edge guy, so I'm not pushing back on it. Hey, if you add more and more depth on the edge, good. You need waves, but you also need waves in the interior, and you don't really have that right now.
Safety is an interesting one because
they've done nothing. I don't even think there's been a name linked to them yet.
Is that just not a signal to you, Paul, that they're good? That they feel comfortable with that Jimmy Ward and Jalen Petrie?
It probably is. And I mean, that might be a mistake. That might be D'Amico Ryan saying, well, he's my guy, and I would like him to stick around for another year. But I mean, they got beat deep a lot. And safety, that's your job. That's your one job. Don't get beat over the top.
Yeah, I'm surprised that they haven't addressed the position because even a guy like Kareem Jackson is a free agent again, so they haven't even brought him in. But you have Justin Simmons, Eddie Jackson, Quandre Diggs all available. So we're gonna play a new game today. We're gonna play Texans Tinder. We're gonna do this 2 times throughout the show. And so what are our options here? Swipe right, which is a good thing if you're an old and don't know what Tinder is.
Swipe right and or swarm.
So swarm. And then not Texans worthy means that we're not interested.
We're swiping left.
All right, well,
you're uggo.
So Quandre Diggs?
Oh, I'm not just swarming. I am
super swarming.
Super swarming. Because you can do that on these apps. There's a button you can press to super like somebody. So
isn't that kind of creepy?
No, it's not. Because you jump to the front and the hotties out there are getting bombarded with super likes generally, so you got to stand out.
But then you're not really jumping to the front.
Yeah, but you're bombarded.
Jumping to, it's just like inflation.
You're jumping to more of a front. Again, I'm off the apps. Don't make me get back on them to experiment.
So there's the swipe right. Mm-hmm. There's the super like.
Correct.
And that's what you get on the front of the line.
Correct.
But they're getting bombarded with super likes. Is there then like an ultra light?
Probably.
Where you can get on the top, go first.
Because you have to pay for it.
Yeah. These apps want to make extra money.
Pay
so
$3 to be the first person she swipes left on.
Right. They make tons of money off of this. These are new features they added. It used to just be swipe right, swipe left. Nope. Now you can pay to try and game the system.
All right, so Quandre Diggs is in our pool still for players we would like to see the Texans add at this point in free agency.
Swarm all over that.
We'll stick with safeties here for a second.
Okay,
Eddie Jackson.
I'll swipe left.
Okay,
He is not Texans worthy.
Why?
I don't know. I just it's not. You know what? When I say that,
I know it makes me immediately
like slander.
It makes me feel like immediately like he did something wrong.
You know what?
And he didn't. But
I'm just gonna say swipe left. Yeah, this isn't.
He's not new Texans worthy.
This isn't Joe Mixon in 2014.
Yeah,
correct. On the field, Texans worthy.
Yeah.
I have very little opinion on Eddie Jackson, so I will default to swipe left.
Yeah, we're gonna go left. He wasn't good for the Bears last year. Justin Simmons, last safety.
Swipe left. He's gonna be too much.
Still?
I think it'll be too much. I think he's going to be the highest paid safety. Seems like everyone likes him. And I would imagine that means it's going to be 12, 13, 14 million a year or something like that.
Huh. I would still say swipe right. He's a swarm guy for me. Because at this point for agency, there's not a lot of money to go around still. So I would imagine he's kind of missed his market.
I gotcha. Until Quandre Diggs is off the market, I'm swiping left on every single safety.
Fair. Sean, you got to break the tie.
His like spot track calculated market value is $11 million per year.
Okay. So are you swarm or not Texans worthy?
I'll swarm.
Okay. So we've added Justin Simmons.
You can't put all your eggs in the Quandre Diggs basket.
Yes, you
That's
can.
true.
Yes, you can. I am putting all my eggs in the Quandre Diggs basket.
Okay.
Happy Easter.
I'm willing to, see some other people. Swipe right on some other people.
Oh. Freak.
Yeah,
cornerback.
play the field.
Let's do a cornerback. 6'5", 1'7" right away. So let's bring Quandre Diggs home. Paul loves that idea.
Yeah.
I love that idea too. Just give them the opportunity to beat out one of the safeties. I think that's what they need. It's not just a depth piece. They should be bringing in a player that has a chance to compete with Ward and Petrie, and you just figure out the safety room. You put the best 2 safeties on the field.
There's a chance that these people could start.
Yeah, because first of all, Jimmy Ward won't be on the field. I like Jimmy Ward, but he's doing so much PR right now to make people like him again.
Another reason to bring in Quandre Diggs. Guess who his best friend is?
You?
Tyler Lockett.
Oh.
I like Tyler Lockett. 9062 gives a suggestion. We'll throw this person in. Jamal Adams.
No.
Not Texans worthy.
No.
See ya, buddy.
He's not Texans worthy, in fact.
Take those, what's it called? Take those armbands with you.
Yeah, been there and done that. He is he's very sensitive, and he's very only in the box. Like, you can't use him anywhere else.
Nice.
Always in that box.
Good for regular tender. Not
Loves
good for
box.
Texans.
Cornerback, is that your next position of need for the Houston Texans right now in the offseason?
Yeah, because I mean Jeffrey Okudah, you can't.
It's not enough.
I don't want him out there yet. He has to earn all of our trust. It's his 3rd team.
Lonnie Johnson too.
I forgot. And there was there's another guy too. They brought it. I just don't remember.
He's a special teamer. I think his name is Mike Adams. I could be wrong.
That's correct. Stephon Gilmore, 33 years old, good player still.
Yeah, he played well.
Probably looking for a decent contract.
Played well in Dallas last year. I wonder if he's at the point now where he realizes he's just going to be getting 1-year contracts the rest of his career, though. If he's looking for a long-term deal that does allow you to move some money around, he was pretty damn good last year for Dallas, all things considered. I mean, I don't think, and with the Colts too, the year before, it's weird. I mean, he wasn't Defensive Player of the Year that long ago, but then you go back in time and you realize, oh yeah, that was 2018, so it was a hot minute.
So Stephon Gilmore, that's a yes. Sounds like that's right.
I will swarm on Stephon Gilmore.
We're gonna swarm on Gilmore. Okay.
Yeah, swarm. Not my first choice, but swarm.
Okay, Sean, what's your first choice?
Whoa, dude. Well, it's Steve Nelson.
Okay, that's
hell yeah.
He was next on my list.
Nelson Island.
Steven Nelson. So that's a swipe.
I'd swipe right on Steven Nelson.
Yeah, I think he'll be affordable. He's younger than Stephon Gilmore. Less of a, because with Gilmore, the reason Gilmore's not my number 1 option at corner is because of the age, and it's like you could be signing up for the year he falls off a cliff.
Yeah, the other guy I'm curious about is just because of what he said on the NFL Network. Has Patrick Peterson retired yet? So he's 33 years old. So is Gilmore.
Still on a team? I thought he signed somewhere.
Spotrac has him listed as a free agent. He said the Texans are a sneaky dark horse contender or a trendy pick for the Super Bowl.
Sneaky and dark horse. Yeah, current free agent.
So he retired at this point.
33 years old.
Any other corners that stood out to you guys? And we'll get to the offensive side of the ball later in the show.
Cool.
I think that's it really. Defensive tackle. I don't know.
Yeah, I'll be honest. I don't know enough about defensive tackle play to pick any of these guys that are out there right now.
They signed that Tim Settle last week.
Tier Tart is someone who has been mentioned.
I liked him last year.
You liked him? Well, he's available. Ex-Tite. Are you swarming on Tier Tart?
Ex-Texan.
You swarming on a Tart?
Yeah, I'd swarm on Tart. I'd bring Tart back. They picked him up on waivers last year. He was solid. He was a good player for Tennessee. Clearly, there were issues with Mike Vrabel, and they cut him. But D'Amico brought him in, so maybe they had a bad experience with him, and that's why they're not interested in bringing him back at this point. But I bring it back.
How about 38-year-old Calais Campbell, who is an absolute monster of a human being, 6'8",
man,
282. He is 37 years old right now.
For one last ride, one last job with Calais Campbell.
I gotta say, I'd love him for one last ride because he's just a massive human being, and I want the Texans to have some absolute giant that scares everybody.
Okay.
I don't know if where you put him. I don't know if you can move him to the interior. Lance probably knows better, but is he 3-tech? Is he 5-tech? I honestly don't know. All I know is he's huge, and that's all I know about him.
Just in honor of Jeremy Branham, J.J. Watt.
Oh yeah,
swarm.
I'm swarming so hard. Yeah.
Sorry.
But then I'm gonna have to
he's lost too much weight.
I'm gonna have to rebook my
now he's an edge.
My Canton trip. I don't want to have to go to Canton twice. I like the idea of Tom Brady and JJ Watt being there for one trip.
Man, I don't know. That sucks for JJ. He's gonna be so overshadowed.
Well, yeah, we're talking about the greatest of all time.
Of course, that's my point. It's bad time.
He's still gonna get love.
So we went through 9 players earlier. We said no to Eddie Jackson, Jamal Adams. We said yes to Quandre Diggs, Justin Simmons, Stephon Gilmore, Steven Nelson, Tyler Tart, and Calais Campbell. So we're very we're very interested in the market for defensive players.
Right, and our screen time isn't quite done. So you got to set a screen time for yourself on these apps because that's why I got off them. I can't, like, I'm on the toilet and I'm like, why am I swiping here?
Did you ever swipe so much you ran out of people?
All the time.
For real?
Dude, I'm
Had to expand your radius?
much like the Houston Texans uniform shoulders, I'm a horny man.
Expand the age bracket.
Yeah. Would you go up 5 years and plus 5 miles at a time, or would you just go from 26 and under to 40s?
Yes.
What are your ideal
parameters
on a dating app? 22 to I know
5'8"
22.
or shorter.
22 to age is not an issue.
Age is legitimately not an issue. Obviously be I would say 21 or older.
Yeah.
Be able to drink.
Yeah, that's a fair standard.
Yeah.
What's the farthest you would drive? Because I feel like in Houston,
I drove to Conroe once on a Tinder date.
Yeah, I was gonna say, being in Houston, the
You're in long-distance
mileage,
relationships.
if you were to explain it to anyone else, is ridiculous.
Yeah, every relationship in Houston is a long distance.
There are a couple of spots in Seattle where I drove an hour and a half to get there. Yeah, the people in Bellingham. There's this tricky place that's not actually close to Seattle, and I was like, "Why are you showing up on my feed?"
I'm probably just in the area at the time. All right, Odell Beckham Jr. We'll start there.
Left.
Swiping so hard left, and I'm reporting him.
Good.
I am reporting him for being on the app. I don't want him at all. I don't think any team should want him. The guy's not good anymore. Bye-bye.
Hunter Renfrow.
How much do you have to pay for Hunter Renfrow?
Yeah, different type than Odell Beckham, I'd say.
I mean, he didn't.
I'll pull up the Hunter Renfrow market value.
Renfrow was very good not too long ago, and his value might be down because he has been stuck in the not great Raiders situation over the last couple of years.
Yeah, I mean, he only had 37 targets last year.
Wow.
But he had 87 targets the last 2 seasons.
You would think that would be Josh McDaniels, wet dream, for lack of a better term,
Yeah,
right?
because
he's a small white slot receiver like Julian Edelman and Wes Welker.
It's the Patriot way.
Yeah.
Yeah, he only made $6.5 million last year. And he didn't exactly light it up on that contract. So you imagine, let's just say 5?
Yeah.
Like a Robert Woods contract?
Sure. Yeah. You might
Exactly.
honestly, you might be able to wait longer because at least Robert Woods at certain points has been a top 25 receiver.
Yeah.
Yeah, because Hunter Renfrow, the first 3 years versus the last 2 years are so different. Mm-hmm. His last 2 years, he had 87 catches. In his rookie year, he had 71 catches. His second year, he had 77. His third year, right before he got his first contract, he had 100. Those are targets. He had 49 catches, 56 catches, and then 103 catches in 2021. 100 catches for Hunter Renfrow in one season. And in the last 2 years, because I was looking at targets and I looked at the wrong column, he had 61 catches in 2 years. That's tough. That's not good numbers. So I'm a yes on Hunter Renfrow. That's a cheap option.
Yeah, because he'll be so cheap.
Yeah, I'm
easy.
And because I know everyone's talking about. Yeah, it's easy.
I'm just trying to, carry the metaphor throughout.
I gotcha.
Because Robert Woods, we're all still on page. He's on the same page. He's getting cut.
If you add, he's getting cut.
Probably.
Yeah, he's the guy. When you draft someone or you bring someone in free agency, he's getting cut.
I would imagine so.
And then I am going to put John Mechie on cut watch this year.
Cut
watch.
watch.
Come on, no, he's still on the rookie deal. He's cheap as hell.
I don't.
More so than Hutchinson?
Well, he's just got drafted, and Hutchinson's a gadget guy.
Okay,
It's just
who will run jet sweeps?
I wonder how long they're willing to wait on Mechie.
At least one more year.
You know what? I forgot.
I hope so.
I forgot that he got drafted a year earlier.
Yeah,
I forgot about.
This is his third year.
I hope Mechie's on the roster next year.
He's making 2.2. It's not that bad.
All right. I wasn't going to bring this guy up, but 0265, because we're going to still be the very interactive show. The Texans should sign Michael Thomas. So Michael Thomas.
Me guy. No.
Me also doesn't play.
Yeah.
Also isn't good.
Yeah, he's a no in every category.
Like,
if you had to sign one, OBJ or Michael Thomas?
OBJ.
Yeah, OBJ.
Definitely. Even though
For
you're
the
bringing the Kim
Instagram.
Kardashian curse to town.
Boost
Drake's
the
already
Instagram
here.
numbers.
It's already here. The Skims are here to stay.
I really don't
with
think that
Jamal
applies.
Shed. They're here.
I really don't think that. I don't think that applies.
What is Skims? Is like to make you look less fat, or is
Yeah.
these boxers?
No, I think it's like a bodysuit.
Well, I know
It's
the
like- that's
women.
what it's
The
for.
women, it's like Spanx. But
Yeah.
I don't know.
Spanx,
I don't know.
right.
I think the men's they are just like underwear.
They're just boxers,
or
okay.
maybe compression.
Yeah, I don't.
Okay.
Like, does James Harden has he been wearing Spanx all this time?
Probably.
Is that why he allegedly was involved with the Kardashian ones? And then like the few nights where he's trying to get traded, he takes it off, and everyone's like, "Whoa, James Harden's really fat."
Last one here, Mike Williams.
He's coming off the torn ACL. I bet he's going to be looking for a lot more than what he wants. So I mean, wait it out and see if he asks you out, if you will. And maybe offers to pay for it.
You need Mike Williams to be on Hinge, because Hinge is the one where the girls have to reach
Bumble.
out to you. Bumble.
Bumble.
I tried to sound hip and
No,
cool.
no, you're good. It's good. You should know these things.
Sure, I shouldn't. My
You
wife would be
should
very
know.
happy. Not that she listens to the show, but
Your wife doesn't even listen.
no, she doesn't like sports.
What about when we talk about a little game that we like to call life, like we are right now?
It's all right. I mean, yeah, I like not having to go home and talk sports. I enjoy that.
Yeah, I agree with you. On
I
that
tried
part.
that before I met my wife, and like it was like go home and talk more sports. I'm like, I'm good.
I almost never, ever want to talk about sports off the clock.
Yeah, as
That
long
may
as you
be a
can,
bad guy.
Yeah, no, as long as you can go to the games.
I wanted to bring this up. So I was at Lizard's Lounge on Friday night with
Okay.
Sean Pendergast and Vanessa, and we're hanging out, and we're standing up by the bar, and Sean and I are talking about all sorts of stuff, and this guy just comes up. He's very confident, and just interrupts our conversation, like mid-conversation. Hey, Sean, what's going on? And then he starts asking him football questions. Sean, who is the best? Proceeds to stop for a moment and say, like, hey, this is Paul Gallant over at ESPN 97.5 and 92.5. So this guy looks at me, gives me a 1-second glance, then turns back to Sean and continues the conversation, asking Sean his opinions on certain sports things. Yes. And by asking Sean for his opinions, I mean he's politely listening to Sean, showing that he's listening to Sean, just waiting to step in and to offer his take, which none of us cared about. And look, that's where I'm at off the clock. I don't care about the hot takes. You ask me a question, I'll answer it, but it was funny. Like, Sean, so polite. Me, super annoyed, hold a grudge against this guy because not only did he disrespect, I think he was disrespecting Sean too. Sean didn't want to hear your take, bud.
We'll talk to you, but there's a limit.
So it's not the glance, the one beat glance. Obviously not starstruck when introduced to Paul Gallant. That doesn't upset you. It's the disrespect that he showed to your friend Sean.
Yeah. My old teammate. You know?
My biggest thing is like if
Best year of Texans radio postgame.
We, not me. That's Paul Gallant.
if you
not
want
me.
like if you want to talk a lot of sports with Paul,
Kinda
you have to buy him shots.
Don't buy me shots. Don't
No?
buy me shots. No, please don't buy me shots.
Just to
I
keep,
think no. He's doing reverse.
I can't say no. I that's my other problem. I feel bad. Like if you bring a shot over, I'm like, well, there's sober children in Utah. Like, what am I gonna do? Pass?
And you guys are going to be at where are you at?
Wakefield Crowbar.
no.
Wakefield Crowbar.
Yeah, Wakefield
Let's go.
Crowbar.
We'll take shots tomorrow.
Wake-
Takes
Wakefield
place on
Crowbar
Friday. I
shots.
know. I forgot where you're at Thursday.
Yeah, Thursday. If you want to buy us beer at Carbach on Thursday, we'll be there. If you want to buy us shots or beer on Friday at Nick's place,
Buy
But
yourself.
don't buy any for Paul.
just me
Please don't.
at Joe Jordan
No,
Radio.
but please.
Also on Venmo if you just want to Venmo me money to buy shots.
GoFundMe to
Just
buy shots.
totally
To buy
pumping
shots
yourself
for
out.
Paul, and hit me up on Venmo. That's not my Venmo, so hit me up on Twitter first.